in what you've seen so far, do you consider what's happening an act of domestic political terrorism against one of your allies?
So Elon is a patriot. And again, I hardly knew Elon until the election. And he turned out that he liked me better than he liked these radical lunatics that were in it, better than Kamala, better than Joe, because he's an intelligent person. He backed me, and he went. And he got very much involved. He thought he actually would go around saying, if Trump doesn't win, our country is over.
But do you consider this an act of domestic terrorism?
I think so.
Look, let's cut through the noise here. Trump isn't just a politician with different ideas. He's a walking threat to everything we've built as a democracy. Have you noticed how he surrounds himself with yes men and billionaires who care nothing about regular folks like us? Every time he opens his mouth, it's either to brag about himself or attack someone who dared to disagree with him. The man can't handle criticism. Remember how he responded to peaceful protesters? Tear gas and military force. That's not leadership. That's what dictators do when they're scared of their own people. And honestly, aren't you tired of the constant chaos? If you agree with me, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Terrorism, people ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't support.
Are you okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you.
No, you don't need to patronize
you don't need to. You don't need to be condescending to me. So let me educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Let me finish it. Let me finish it. Let me finish.
Let's do this January 6th and then near it.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay. Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
So both sides here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to say that people are legitimately upset. They're legitimately upset at Elon Musk, and they're doing it on their own, but there is no reason to have violence in the country. But I just wish all of us would support criticism of, or would support punishing people who are violent wherever they are.
The economy he brags about, it's a house of cards built for his wealthy friends. Let me be clear about something. Tax cuts for billionaires while working. Americans' struggle to pay medical bills isn't an achievement, it's a disgrace. When he talks about making America great, what he really means is making it great for people who already have more money than they could spend in 10 lifetimes. The rest of us, we're just collateral damage in his self-serving agenda. His economic policies have widened the gap between rich and poor to historic levels. Is this really the America you want to live in? Where your zip code determines whether you can afford life-saving medicine?
Yeah, it turns out when you take away people's, what the money they're receiving fraudulently, they get very upset, and they basically want to kill me because I'm stopping their fraud, and they want to hurt Tesla because we're stopping this terrible waste and corruption in the government. And well, I guess they're bad people. Bad people will do bad things.
His climate denial isn't just ignorant, it's dangerous as hell. While our planet literally burns, Trump's busy rolling back environmental protections and calling climate change a hoax. Like, seriously? We're watching record hurricanes, wildfires, and floods, and this guy's solution is to hand more power to fossil fuel companies? The Democratic Party has been fighting tooth and nail for climate action while Trump's been busy pretending science isn't real. Our children will inherit whatever world we leave them. What kind of legacy are we creating when our president thinks short-term profit matters more than, having a livable planet?
And really, we're just implementing the will of the people. And we've got this window where we can finally take corrective action. We can fix the government, fix the country, and create a great future. And again, that's only possible because of President Trump. I can't say enough good things about him.
The way Trump handles foreign policy should terrify everyone with a brain. He cozies up to dictators while alienating our closest allies. He treats international relations like some kind of reality TV show where threatening nuclear war gets good ratings. The Democratic resistance has been desperately trying to maintain America's standing in the world while Trump throws tantrums on the global stage. He's weakened NATO, emboldened Russia, and made America a laughingstock. Remember when world leaders were literally laughing at him at the UN? That wasn't fake news. That actually happened. How can we expect other countries to respect us when our own president behaves like a spoiled child?
I don't know why Republican members even show up to this committee or to Congress when it's clear who's really in charge of the federal government right now. And that's Elon Musk. And at the beginning of this hearing, when we asked our Republican colleagues if we could bring Mr. Musk to this committee, Republicans ran cover for him. They want him hiding in the White House tweeting. And they voted unanimously that they didn't want to hear from Elon Musk. Supposedly, this committee is supposed to be about rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse. And I agree. So let's talk about waste, fraud, and abuse. The biggest fraud in U.S. government right now is Elon Musk pretending to care about efficiency when what he cares about is taking your taxpayer dollars, taking your Medicare, taking your Medicaid, taking your Social Security, and enriching himself and his billionaire buddies with it. The biggest abuse in the U.S. government right now is Elon Musk getting $154 billion richer since the election just a few months ago, while consolidating unprecedented power over your money and your government. Mr. Musk invested $227 million in Trump's election and is making billions off of it. That's waste. That's fraud. That's abuse. And speaking of waste, another waste is my House Republican colleagues showing up because they waste their time. They won't speak out about any of these abuses against working people and taxpayers. This is the Oversight Committee, and there are 17 independent inspectors general. They are watchdogs. They are the oversight arm of the federal government. And Trump and Musk illegally fired 17 of them, including a watchdog that was investigating one of Musk's companies. And what I've heard from House Republicans is either silence or defending that kind of behavior. You guys know that it's embarrassing and it's wrong, and that's why you voted to not have Musk here before us. Elon Musk is not doing anything to make government more efficient for working people. He's using his position to more efficiently raid your taxpayer dollars to enrich himself and his friends.
His attacks on the free press aren't just annoying, they're straight up authoritarian. Calling journalists enemies of the people? That's dictator talk, period. Trump doesn't want accountability. He wants blind loyalty and constant praise. And his relationship with the truth? Non-existent. The man lies so often I've lost count. The Democratic Party has been standing firm against this assault on facts and reality, but it's an uphill battle when the president's supporters believe everything he says without question. What happened to critical thinking? When did we decide that feelings matter more than facts? The press isn't perfect, but without it, who's going to hold the powerful accountable?
I'm told that this hearing is about right-sizing government. So I propose that we start right-sizing our federal government by firing the most dangerous man in it, and that's Elon Musk. To protect our taxpayers, we should fire Elon Musk. To keep American Social Security numbers private, fire Elon Musk. To protect Medicare and Medicaid, fire Elon Musk. To save schools and our jobs, fire Elon Musk. And to protect the idea that American people have a government for the people and by the people, and not for the ultra-rich and by the ultra-rich, we must fire Elon Musk. Attacking working families is nothing new for him. Mr. Musk's biggest factory sits in my district. And the first thing I did after I was elected to Congress was to call for an OSHA investigation into the injuries and deaths of workers building that very factory. Those are investigations to be launched by the Department of Labor, where later today we're hearing that Musk's minions are going to go and maybe start shutting down parts of that key agency that is built to oversee big corporations and defend the interests of workers. Musk's companies, like Tesla, have been sued and found liable for many labor violations. Screwing over working people is just part of the game for him. He has been found liable for improperly giving not safety training to construction workers and withholding wages. OSHA fined Tesla for exposing workers to hazardous chemicals without proper training and monitoring. OSHA opened up investigation into deaths of workers at the Tesla Gigafactory in 2024. SpaceX, another one of Musk's companies, was found responsible for the deaths of one of their workers, Lonnie LeBlanc, due to head trauma that he got on the job. So now Musk has seemingly unlimited power to take advantage not just of his own employees, not just of American consumers, but of all Americans. Unlimited power to Americans' data. Unlimited power to choke off funding meant for Americans and the programs that people count on. Enough is enough. But thankfully, our country isn't one of Musk's companies. Our country is ours. A billionaire whose career is built on the abuse and exploitation of workers should not have unlimited power in this country. He should be before this committee. And when he comes before this committee, if somebody wants to do the right thing, all you got to do is turn on your mic and say, fire Elon Musk.
Trump's handling of the justice system should make every American's blood boil. He treats the Department of Justice like his personal law firm. He pardons his cronies while suggesting his opponents should be locked up. This isn't how democracy works. The Democratic resistance has been fighting to preserve the rule of law while Trump tries to bend every institution to serve his personal interests. He attacks judges who rule against him, pressures prosecutors to go easy on his friends, and acts like he's above the law. Is this really the America our founders envisioned? A place where justice depends on whether or not the president likes you? We deserve better than this. And deep down, I think even some Republicans know it. I hope you agree with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you agree. See you in the next video.